All right. All right. I'm John Koko's Fight Game and Fight Game Television. We're here with Ronda Rousey, and she just had a great match today. Took the girl out in about 30 seconds with an armbar. It's her first professional debut fight. And we just want to ask you a couple questions. How did you go about training for this match?
Actually, I didn't even get to train as much as usual. I have like 4 jobs right now because judo's not paying the bills. I was working overnights at 24-hour Fitness, and I just got a job doing like physical therapy for dogs at CARE. It was California Animal Rehabilitation. So I was like, I gave my 2 weeks notice at that job, and then I was doing the training for that job, and then I was getting up at 5 a.m. to try and get to training, and like it was just this big like nightmare of working a lot and training around it, and it was exhausting.
Well, let me tell you, a lot of people seem to have a lot of confidence and faith in you. Just today, walking around at the fights, hearing everybody talk about you, I think a lot of people have a lot of expectations and see a lot of good things for you in the future. So, that dedication is definitely going to pay off. But let me ask you, when you were preparing for this fight and you're preparing with the guys, do they ever go easy on you, or are they giving you the full shot every time you're in the ring with them?
Well, they take it easy on me to a point. Like they don't try to like goon me.
Right.
But they're not easy on me at all. I mean, when I was younger, I cried for every practice. I think from 2003 to 2005, like every single night, like everyone. But now they try to make me cry, but they can't anymore. Only sometimes.
Well, a lot of people consider you to be one of the best female fighters in the MMA game right now. One of the most decorated judo Olympics athletes in history. And like, how do you feel like when you're going in the ring today, for example, or into the future? Do you feel like that's going to be a psychological advantage against your opponents, knowing that they're going up against this legendary MMA star from judo background?
Well, I don't know how it would affect them, but I think that being able to compete at an Olympic level, it's shocking to compete on a big stage because I feel like I've already been on the biggest stage. So like, I really don't feel intimidated by venues the way that some of the other girls might be.
Well, let me ask you, switching from judo to MMA, what was the hardest part of that transition?
The hardest part is definitely my striking. I'm still working on it, and if you watch all my fights so far, I usually try to stick to what I'm good at, and that doesn't mean that I am to have horrible striking or anything like that. Like people like to say I do. It's just I'm not going to play somebody else's game. I'm going to try and force people to go to where I'm best.
Okay. Well, now, obviously growing up, seems like something you've dedicated your entire life to get to this point. Who are your role models growing up?
Growing up, my mom. She was actually the first American to ever win the World Championships in judo. So I kind of had someone in the house that made history before. So like doing something that no one had done before was not that intimidating at all. It's very reachable because my mother could do something like that.
Well, I'm sure after today she's very proud of you, like just seeing you getting another star on the refrigerator.
I think she's just happy that her heart attack is over.
I can't even imagine what it's like for a mom to see her daughter in the ring, but
she hates it. She hates it.
It's got to be a heart attack every single time. But right now coming up in the UFC is like Strikeforce just got purchased by the UFC. Do you have any opinion about that right now, or how do you feel about that?
I think it's great that Strikeforce got purchased by UFC. I think that especially if they're advertising, between each other's events, I think that the women are going to get a lot more exposure.
Okay.
And there's going to be a lot more, lure for women to start because if they see that women is part of the mainstream now, that people we'll see it as more of a credible career, and we'll get more people kind of coming into it, and then we'll get deeper divisions, and it'll just get better and better from here on out.
So where would you see like women's MMA fighting maybe 5 years from now?
5 years from now? At the rate it's coming up, it could be to the point that men and women's tennis is, and just having pretty much like equal respect for both of them and equal coverage. I really hope that's where it goes. But
well, I can tell you right now, watching the fight today, when Ronda went out, into the ring, yours probably was the most adrenalized fight of the entire evening. It seemed like the crowd was behind you. I mean, there was a lot of popular local people there, but they seemed to get really more hyped up for you than anyone else, and that was pretty cool getting to see that and watch that, and we really hope you're going to have a great career and wish you a lot of luck. We were going to ask you a question about what you like to do in your free time, but it seems like you've been really busy with 5 jobs and everything.
Yeah, I really don't have 5 jobs. Well, now I'm down to 2 because I'm done with 24-hour fitness now. Thank God, because I hated working night shifts because it wasn't like bartending. If someone creepy was talking to me, I could kick them out. I was like I had to sit there and let them talk to me, and my boyfriend had to like camp out till like 3 a.m. to make sure no one was bothering me. But what I do in my free time. play Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you do with that?
How do I do? I'm really
You're really
good,
good?
actually. There's a lot of little nerds that cry online when I'm just killing them, and I'm like, oh yeah, you don't even know, man. They don't even know.
Ronda Rousey, congratulations on your first pro fight. It was
Thank you.
terrific. We're going to be pulling for you moving forward.
Thank you.
Good luck in the future. This is John Kokoza's Fight Game Television. We'll talk to you real soon. Ronda, thank you. Have a good one.